Let's look at the Green Chamber now, as two ad hoc committees have been constituted to probe the inclusion of the disowned Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council on the federal budget, as well as poor funding of the national budgets from 2024 to 2026. The House resolutions were sequel to motions of urgent national importance raised on the floor. National Assembly correspondent Mitaire Ikpen feeds us.
Lawmakers affirm that the National Assembly has no record of any bill for the establishment of a Presidential Foreign Investment Promotion Council, but picked holes in the reported inclusion of line items for the non-existent entity in the 2026 Appropriation Act, calling for a probe.
The ease with which a single unestablished entity processed through official processes suggests a systematic vulnerability rather than an isolated lapse.
This goes on to show that a beautiful letterhead that has presidency is no longer a confirmation that an agency is legal.
Another urgent motion lamenting poor implementation of the capital components of the national budget since 2024 caused a rowdy session when Representative Alex Ikwechi resorted to prayers outside his written motion, an action the presiding officer insisted is contrary to the standing rules of the House.
You gave me a copy of your motion and you are supposed to stick to what you gave me. And what you prayed for in your own motion is that an ad hoc committee should be set up to look into this.
Mr. Speaker, concerned that notwithstanding the clear directive of Mr. President, the legislative approvals and the ministerial assurances, releases to MDAs remain slow.
The House called for enforcement of existing anti-money laundering laws in the country to disrupt illicit financial flows, including ransom payments to terrorist groups.
Urge the President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces to establish a coordinated interagency framework for disrupting ransom financing.
In separate letters read on the floor, President Tinubu declined assent to the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria Establishment Act 2007 and the Raw Materials Research and Development Council Amendment Bill 2026, citing structural errors and drafting defects.
At the Committee of the Whole, the House approved the 1.2 trillion naira budget and 11 trillion naira revenue target of the Nigeria Customs Service for 2026. From the National Assembly, Mitaire Ikpen.